Good morning, how y'all doing? Welcome back to another exciting adventure. Cajun Baby Fishing. Today we got a road trip. Headed to Virginia, Smith Mountain Lake for Major League Fishing Heavy Hitters. We got about 9 hours, 623 miles before we get to catching some fish. Ride along with us. And let's go to Virginia. First stop of the day, just to start with a full tank. It's a good looking rig. Got a different starting point today. Normally we start from my house in Louisiana, South Louisiana. But today we're starting from Alabama. Stopped at Dustin's house last night, did a little bit of fishing. Hopefully you watch that content we put out. If not, go back and check it out. Did a little fishing with Connell, trying to learn some scoping. And now we're heading to Virginia. Alright, got that going. Full of gas. Look at that, got me some community coffee. Community, throw me a bone. Throw me a bone. Pour that in my good cup. Look at that. Got a good coffee cup. Full of coffee. Got a full tank of gas now. I think we're about ready to roll. Check this. It's a good looking rig, huh? Everything's tight. Alright, it's time to put some miles. Let's get to Virginia. So welcome to Tennessee. You just crossed into beautiful Tennessee. Best story for me in Tennessee was Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour event in 2019 and on Lake Chickamauga. At the time, it was a record in Major League Fishing for the most fish, most weight caught in a period. Caught them on a rattle trap, silver rattle color rattle trap. A lot of good times in Tennessee. That's my best one. Lake Chickamauga, 2019. Blasted them on a rattle trap. That was a good day. So we in Tennessee. That's my best Tennessee story. And it's time to go. Time to cover some more ground and head towards Smith Mountain Lake. My favorite part of these road trips. Hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
Alright. Nothing. I was talking to my sister.
Gas stop. This is our first full gas stop. The first one was a top off. Let's see what we got right here. I think we'll be alright. Pull in here. Get this thing gassed up. Y'all know the routine. Finished up with that. That was a good stop. Good parking, good store, clean store. I ain't got nothing to eat yet. I ain't hungry yet. I did get a snack though. Some Mike and Ike's. Made a good deal. Made a good deal on the Mike and Ike's. 3 for $1. Always like making a good deal. So as we continue down the road, heading towards Smith Mountain Lake, we come upon I-40, I-81 splits. We'll go 81 north, 81 is long. Ride that forever. But that brings up another story from this landmark. That puts us right around Sevierville, Tennessee. Puts us close to Cherokee Lake, which is it's really a cool lake. That is the only lake where I've ever led an Elite Series tournament after a day of competition. We fished here probably 2017, 16, something like that. And I led the first day at 1915, catching largemouth up the river and dirty water. So that's just a little landmark story from I-40, I-81 split as we continue north towards Smith Mountain Lake. So let me tell you where we're going, how we got there, and what this week's about. So this week we headed to Smith Mountain Lake in Virginia to fish Major League Fishing Heavy Hitters. Heavy Hitters is a so 2025 Heavy Hitters is a spinoff from the 2024 Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour season. What happened in 2024 Bass Pro Tour is they take your biggest fish from each tournament. So your biggest fish from tournament 1, biggest fish from tournament 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they add them up, and then you build a stringer throughout the year. And the top 30 dudes with the top 30 stringers advance to Heavy Hitters the following year. So that's how we got here. You might remember, you might not remember, but we caught a big 11-pound, 1-ounce fish at Toledo Bend. We slipped up a little bit at Santee. I think we caught maybe a 3 or 4 pounder. You follow was a 3 or 4 pounder. Dale Hollow was a 3 pounder. And I was losing average on my heavy hitter standings throughout last year until we got to St. Lawrence River and I caught a 6.5 pound largemouth. So I had big bass at Toledo Bend, 11-1, and I had big bass at St. Lawrence River, 6.5. So the smaller fish I had in there in between, I got very fortunate and caught big bass bookends for the season. So that's how we got to Heavy Hitters. That's how we qualified for. So as I'm driving through different parts of the country, passing certain places, landmarks, we just went through Sevierville, we talked about right there. Well, that puts you right close to Blaine, Tennessee. So, of course, I called my buddy Art, check in on him. Art, tell everybody hello.
Hello, Big Ray. This is, I'm proud to be guest appearance. I actually had to ask to be a guest appearance. He wasn't going to let me, but, asking you shall receive. So,
well,
guest appearance on the Cajun Babies YouTube.
That's good to know we're making moves and we got people wanting to be part of our road trips, you know what I'm saying? But
absolutely.
You said asking you shall receive.
Yeah.
So let's put this out in the public, huh? Is it true that you let me sleep outside under a bridge but allowed Randy Howell to stay in the house with y'all?
I'll say this. I truly do not know if you slept under a bridge in your truck or curled up by a bush. But Randy Howell did stay in the house. So where you ended up that night, I truly do not know.
You pushed me out but for yes, Randy Howell.
Had a nice, comfortable bed. He sure did.
You pushed me out in the cold for Randy.
But he did scare Andy in the middle of the night. He come in the kitchen. Hey man, I was coming here to get some water. He kind of caught Andy by surprise when he was in nothing but his whitey tighties. And if you've never seen Randy without a tournament jersey or rain suit on, there ain't a lot to him. He's I don't want to call him scrawny, but he's
skinny. He's skinny.
He's not a big muscular guy. And seeing Randy Howell in his whitey tighties, shout out Randy Howell. He's not a real big muscular dude. So just
Randy in his drawers does not interest me at all.
Yup.
Well,
fun stuff.
Thanks for being part.
Yes. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to take part in our adventure, our
yes.
travel vlog for the Smith
travel
Mountain
vlog.
and the Heavy Hitters.
Yeah, because I'm staying at home, and Big Red's going fishing.
One of
Where's that?
very few times I qualified and you didn't. So, see if we can't go make some money.
Go catch him up there.
Alright, Otter.
Yep.
Later.
See ya.
Let's see if this works out like I think it will. Need some gas, and I'm hungry. We got Love's and McDonald's. I got Subway too, but I think we'll go with McDonald's. I feel like being a fat ass right now. Parking lot looks good. We got McDonald's. It should be easy. Should be. Got some good swamp pop on. I mean, the only thing, bro, they got a lawnmower in a parking spot. For real, watch. There's got to be a joke. I want to see the person that walks out and gets on this lawnmower. For real, look, a lawnmower behind that car. I never seen a lawnmower parked at Love's. First time. Y'all know the drill. 280, 380. 280. All in all, good stop. Good parking. Yeah, we got a McCheeseburger from the McValue meal. And I didn't get me a McDrink because I got a McBottle of water already in my truck, so pretty good stop. We got about 3 hours left. And we saw the dude on the lawnmower. That made this trip. That made this stop right here one of a kind. Somewhere on 81. The Love's McDonald's. I turned my truck off on accident. But good day. Got a good day going on. Couple good stops. Saw the dude on the lawnmower. Got a McCheeseburger. Now it's time to go down the McRoad so we can go make fishing. Let's go. So we at exit 101. You just saw the sign. Clear Lake. Another story from way back when. 2010, hanging out with Jeff Freeman and Big Mike. Big Mike was at Rock House Marina forever. But anyway, 2010, I met Jeff Freeman at the Classic. We fished together. He's a Federation dude from Max Meadows, I think is the name of the place, Virginia. And so I came to Clear Lake the week before we fished the Elite Series, and I fished the Kids Federation tournament. So just another interesting story. Places I've been. Clear Lake off of I-81, right outside of Radford, 47 miles south of Roanoke, Virginia. The stories continue down I-81. Right there, I think that's it. Exit 105 off of Interstate 81. Rock House Marina. That's where I fished at a long time ago. And then one time I stopped and hang out with Big Mike over there. He's not there no more. But Rock House Marina, one of the things that stick out to me of all my travels. Rock House Marina, Clear Lake. Jeff Freeman, Big Mike. That's the dudes that taught me how to drop shot. Them two dudes right there. So going into a tournament, you never want to have a preconceived notion, as we call them, in the tournament game. You don't have a preconceived notion about what you think is going to happen, but as we talked about before, you got to have a little common sense. And so here's what I think is going to be. You're looking at a shad spawn, probably some spawning fish still on bed, post-spawn fish. You're gonna have some scoping fish for sure. The the wild card, well, it might be a wild card. I don't know. That's why it's a wild card, because I'm not quite sure. As I'm driving towards the lake right here, I'm crossing some muddy runoff. Smith Mountain, I mean, you can see 8 foot down probably in some places. So I don't know if the main lake's gonna be muddy, but it might have some muddy runoff coming in, which could be a big deal. Clear water fish like muddy runoff. So that might play. You're looking at swim baits, glide baits, a Buka brand, glide, trick shad. That could play. Been wanting to throw him a whole bunch. They definitely got the right kind of fish to throw that. Of course, we'll be skipping the frog. But then again, might be some spinning rods, wacky worms on docks. Who knows? So, just got to hurry up and wait and see how this thing works out. But that's just a little bit of maybe of what might work, or what I think is going to be once we get on the water. I know I like to listen to music going down the road. I really, really like music. If you like music, check this out. Check this dude out. Don Rich. I'm pretty sure I told y'all about Don Rich already. Louisiana Music Hall of Fame. Lifelong resident of Pierre Park. King of Swamp Pop. Just trust me, bro. Go get some Swamp Pop. Go get some Don Rich in your life. And your life will automatically get better. Trust me. One final gas stop. We're about 10 minutes from the house. Coming here to top everything off. That way we ain't got to fight it in the morning. So, let's go get that done. I hate having to stop for gas in the morning. Might even grab a little snack. Hunt Brothers Pizza, they got some right there. That don't sound too bad. Y'all know the drill. One pump's not enough. 2 pumps at once. It's my favorite. Y'all know the drill. Two at once. It's not fun. It finally stopped. Finally. That's not fun. That was not fun at all. Let's see. That wasn't too bad. But combined, that's a $150 stop or something like that. Almost $160. Not fun. But look what we did get in the store. Got some Hunt Brothers. Let's see who's calling. That's Sarah. Hey.
Hey, you at the White House corner store?
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it's you.
I told y'all that wasn't fun. It was so bad, my wife called to make sure it was me. The boat, the truck, and some Hunt Brother pizza. Yep. That was a big one, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, that was me.
Okay, dope.
All right, babe.
Okay, bye.
Bye. How about that? Let's go check it out. How about that? That looks pretty. Huh? Nice place. So I was talking about, put that boat uphill. Went through a little rain. Maybe it rains during the week. That way that boat can drain. Probably locked. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we good for the week. Nice place. Who wants that? Who wants that bedroom? Let's see. I think I'm gonna take this bedroom. I think so. Nice little back porch. Oh yeah, almost tripped right there. We good? The back porch. Back to the front porch. I think it's gonna be a good week this week. We had a good drive. Went fishing with Dustin on the way over here. Good parking. Looked like a good place. We got a good lake. Heavy hitters. Get paid for sure this week. So it's time to unpack. Relax a little bit. And get ready to hit the water. Wish me luck. And be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that stuff. And thanks for riding along with me on my road trip to Heavy Hitters at Smith Mountain Lake.